There it is.
Real fine curve. Doesn't seem to be any cracks or gaps or anything in it that we can see yet. Kevin's grinding on it right now. We'll know a little more in a minute.
I really feel that if they can forget about trying to make good art and just work with the energy as a group and deal with the concept and how they're going to carry the concept across into a three-dimensional form, then they're okay. I think when they start worrying about whether it's good art in the popular sense, then there becomes problems.
I don't want to screw it. Yeah, I'm not going to hold it. I will hold it on this side and then leave it out. You're building a block.
Well, the cross is going to be the form that's going to have most of the height in the piece. It's going to be a curved or a bent piece. So there's a feeling of bent back over. So it's going to be a feeling of starting about halfway up the piece and then bending back into the wall, I would imagine. It'll probably be one of the dominant forms in the finished piece itself.
I wish I had this experience when I was young. I never did when I was going through college. I never had the opportunity to work with someone that sort of had ideas about themselves and wanted to expose themselves. It was always just sitting down and listening and not sharing. And in this case, I just want the students to be open and to share my enthusiasm about creating a piece.
That's your biggest part. Then start to reduce it. Reduce a little more in here, this width. Reduce a little more. Thinner out. Not too much now. You're at the critical point. Woody's at the critical point. A class that works together stays together. Through thick or thin. Until we finish. Right?
The end. Twist them down and other things are going on.
I just think that there should be something coming from activity that's been going on for a week about a piece appearing. And I mean, if students can just come into a class, work on their little projects, and go out and not be affected by this at all in any way, then there's something missing.
Where the elephant was that came from?
Samurai sickle maker.
That is so nice. That's so sensual. Really. I was trying to make it fit.
You carry that well. Carry that well.
Like this, coming through the table, and this part twisted back, cut at an angle against the wall, or nothing. Most people are never going to notice the shorter arm on the right side of the cross. Feel something. Okay, lower it down. Pull yours out off the table. The rope trick goes out. Holding the damn thing.
Yeah, with this way.
Okay, why don't you see if you can just bite?
Where do you want me to bite?
Bite directly on the end of that, okay? Push
Like
up,
that?
Push up real slow, yeah, get it right in the center. I want to see what it looks like. Okay. I wish it would stay on a little better.
It's starting to pick up the little details that we were, missing before. You're starting to tie things together. If we can figure out how to hang it without it falling, it's going to be great. I like the, the theory behind the cross and the effect that it has on tying the whole piece together. It's nice. It's going to be different.
I like the contrast. I like the highs and lows. For me, it's a real good experience because I don't do it every day. The fresh thing about it is that you see their excitement, and their excitement excites me because I like seeing excited people. And through that, the piece can change and become richer and stronger. I enjoy it. I enjoy the high. But I'm finding now that it's very exhausting.
I'm kind of interested to see what it's going to look like when it's cleaned up and on this cross. Should be an amazing finish. Something totally different than anything else that's going to be on the piece. Because it's a metal-looking substance, and yet it's got a soft appearance to it. So it should make for a real nice effect.
When I was younger, I did a small piece, and I took sheet lead and I covered this cube with sheet lead, and it stuck in my mind for years about the use of lead. I love the color, I love the feel of lead, I love the coldness, and there's a certain amount of warmth.
But as close up to the edge as you can get.
I'm giving a little extra, right?
Tilt, lift up, Kevin.
Right.
Higher.
Way up, Kevin.
Higher. Okay, Bob. Anytime you want to go down. Up, this way. You know what? We got to move it. Just tilt your end up more.
There you go. Now, get those rubber mounts. Be nice to see. So that's off. It's okay. Okay, now, Bill, come in. Yeah.
You want to get the whole thing flat. That's doing it.
One at a time.
So we worked on covering a cross with lead, with sheet lead, which is about 1/16 of an inch. We should have had thinner, but it was impossible to get. So we struggled, and through this struggling of pounding the lead around this cross, there were so many things that came out. The fabric look at one point. The lead appeared to be a fabric that was hanging over. Then the lead took on a much harder surface, and it's incredible. It's incredibly exciting.
I've never really seen anything made with lead as material, and I'm really amazed. That's why I'm sticking around. I'm not doing anything but waiting for them to finish so I can see it before tomorrow.
Yeah, beautiful, just like that. It'll go so good with the ladder, so good. So good. Yeah, I'd like to leave it just like this. It's beautiful. A year ago, I could never have lived with it, but I mean, it's got this striation, look almost like a segment of the earth. It's been cut, pulled out, the layers. A long time ago.
Staining and stuff on there almost makes that ladder, make you leave that ladder.
Yeah, that ladder's going to be identical. Ladder's staying like it is.
Goes with this. You finally decided that.
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah, this is beautiful.
I think I sense a lot of change going on within him, and he's trying to work that through.
It's a very heavy piece, isn't it? Looks like a lot of worry.
It's floating and it's lead. It's heavy and it's floating.
It's cosmic. It is. It's a cosmic. It's almost comparable to a religious experience.
You know, I don't work consciously in the sense of saying, well, I've got to make a good art piece. This has to be a masterpiece. I mean, all these are my experiences and my feelings coming across through a medium, and it's up to, I guess you could say, the art historians to define whether it's good art or bad art. I'm more involved in the idea and how I carry it across.